If you have young kids and you want to help them with college when the time comes, you may be wondering if saving to a 529 for college savings is worthwhile. Let's go over what makes a 529 different and the pros and cons. A 529 college savings plan is an investment account that offers tax advantages for qualified education expenses. Don't get this confused with a prepaid tuition plan because that's a different type of account. Here's how a 529 college savings plan works. You put after-tax money into the account, and all the growth is tax-free for qualified education expenses. To be qualified, the educational institution has to participate in the federal aid program, which most do. Also, many people are surprised to hear that some trade schools qualify. In the description, there's a link to a website that can help you determine whether an institution is eligible. Qualified education expenses can include tuition and fees, room and board up to a limit, books and supplies, a computer, and more. Most of the benefit of this account is for college and trade schools, but there's a limited benefit for K through 12 in the majority of states. The advantage of this account is that if you start saving early, there's more opportunity for growth, which can all be tax-free. In some states, you can even get a state income tax deduction for contributions to a 529. The downside is that if the distribution is not a qualified education expense, there's a 10% penalty and ordinary income tax on the growth. There are some exceptions to the 10% penalty, though, including scholarships and grants, the military, and disability. Overall, a 529 plan can be a great tool for college savings if started early. A lot of times, it can make sense to use this account in addition to a taxable brokerage account because you can benefit from the tax savings in a 529 and the flexibility in a brokerage account. Since we don't know exactly how much savings will be needed when your children are young, we want to build in some level of flexibility. In most cases, we don't want to overfund a 529. That doesn't mean they aren't a great tool. We just want to be strategic with how much we contribute to one. A few more notes if you're thinking about opening one. When you open a 529, your child will be the beneficiary and you'll be the account holder. The beneficiary can be changed to certain family members of the original beneficiary as long as the account is a non-custodial account. So if you have multiple children, you could change the beneficiary to another child. This can be a nice plan B if one child ends up not going to college, but the other child ends up wanting to go to grad school. Also, be sure that you reduce the risk in the account as your child gets closer to college. And lastly, always list a contingent account holder. One parent could be the primary and the other parent could be the contingent. Please subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for my next video on 529 myths and misconceptions.